Hello students. In today's lecture we will discuss about equilibrium constant, that what is equilibrium constant and why we are studying equilibrium constant. But before that we need to know about some basic concepts that we will study thoroughly, and will try to understand the concept of equilibrium constant, right? So for this we have to study law of mass action first. Okay, let's read the statement first. It states that the rate of chemical reaction is directly proportional to the product of the molar concentration of the reactants at a constant temperature at any given time. So we'll try to understand this concept with the help of a reactions, right? So I'm having A plus B, they are reacting with each other and forming product, right? For this reaction, rate of reaction, it is denoted by small r, is directly proportional to the molar concentration of the reactants. Okay, molar concentration means I am taking the concentration of A and B. The product of these two molar concentration is directly proportional to the rate of reaction. Now I'll cancel this proportionality sign and assign equal to with the help of rate constant, right? So okay, so rate of reaction equal to K into molar concentration of A and B, right? This statement is correct for reactants who are present in one molecule term, right? Here I'm having one molecule of A and one molecule of B. But if I'm having more than one molecule for all the reactants that are involved in the reaction, then rate of reaction must be, just write that if I'm having two molecules of A, they are reacting with three molecules of B and forming products, right? In that case, rate of reaction R is directly proportional to the molar concentration of reactant A raised to the power number of molecules involved in that case. So I'm having two molecules of A, so the power of A will be raised by 2 into molar concentration of B raised to the power number of molecules involved in case of B. So there are three molecules involved, so power 3, right? Again, I'll cancel the proportionality sign and assign rate constant over here. So R equal to K, A power 2 and B power 3, right? So this is a law of mass action. On the basis of law of mass action, we will study law of chemical equilibrium to study more about equilibrium constant. We'll study about law of equilibrium again with the help of a hypothetical reaction. Okay, so I'll take a reactant A that is reacting with B, give rise to product C plus D in a reversible reaction. Okay, so according to law of mass action, A plus B is giving rise to C plus D. Okay, I am taking individual reactions. Here I am considering A plus B as reactant and C plus D as product. Okay, in that case, this reaction is forward reaction. So rate of forward reaction ROF equal to Kf. Kf means rate constant for forward reaction, A into B, molar concentration of A into molar concentration of B. Now if I'm taking this backward reaction, in that case C plus D will act as reactant and A plus B will act as product. So you just write C plus D give rise to A plus B, right? So rate of backward reaction you just write rate of backward reaction equal to Kb C into D, molar concentration of C into molar concentration of B. So according to law of chemical equilibrium, so you just write at equilibrium rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of backward reaction, right? So let's understand about equilibrium. Equilibrium is that state in which formation of C plus D will be equal to formation of A plus B. That means if I'm taking it as reversible reaction, that means A plus B is reacting with each other and forming a product C plus D. Okay, so in that case, this is a forward reaction, and if I'll consider it as backward reaction, then a C plus D will act as reactant and A plus B will act as product, right? So in equilibrium state, concentration of A and B will be equal to concentration of C plus D. You just write here we have find the value of a rate of forward reaction, so you just put the value over here, Kf A into B equal to Kb C into D. What you have to do, simply take this molar concentration of A and B in the denominator and Kb on this side. So it will be Kf by Kb equal to C into D by A into B, right? So this whole term Kf by Kb, it will be denoted as capital K, right? Molar concentration of C into D divided by molar concentration of A into B. Now you just write it is equilibrium constant, right? Now let's understand about this equilibrium constant with an example. So you just take one example. What is happening? 4 moles of NH3 a gas is reacting with 5 moles of O2 that is also present in gaseous form, give rise to product, and it is also a reversible reaction. 4NO gaseous form plus 6H2O again gaseous form, right? So in that case K, right, and here I am taking molar concentration, that's why I have put C in subscript of K, right? So product NO raised to power 4, I have explained it earlier, into molar concentration of H2O raised to power 6 divided by molar concentration of NH3 raised to power 4 molar concentration of 2 raised to power 5, right? So with this value we'll understand about Kc. Now this Kc is in molar concentration terms, right? But what if I have to take these values in terms of gaseous system, right? So for that we know that gases are always measured in terms of partial pressure, right? So let's take an example. With the example we'll try to understand. A to moles of gas A are reacting with B moles of gas B. Again, I'm having reversible reaction and they are producing C moles of gas C plus D moles of gas D, right? So For equilibrium constant in gaseous system, we'll denote it with capital K subscript P, right? So I know that all if I have to measure the concentration of gases, what I have to do, I have to take this value in terms of partial pressure, right? So it will be partial pressure of gas C superscript small c into partial pressure of gas D superscript small d divided by partial pressure of gas A superscript A into partial pressure of gas B raised to power, or you can say superscript B, right? So here you just write P C P D P A and last one is P B are partial pressures of gas C, D, A and B respectively, right? Now, if you are having equilibrium constant for molar concentrations, definitely you will denote it with Kc, and if you are having equilibrium constant for gaseous system, you will denote it with Kp. So you just write relationship between Kp and Kc, right? So again, we'll describe this with an hypothetical reaction. So let us consider a reaction. Again, A moles of gas A are reacting with B moles of gas B in a reversible reaction and forming C moles of gas C plus D moles of gas D, right? So for this reaction, Kc must be C power small c molar concentration of D power small d divided by molar concentration of A power small a into molar concentration of gas B power B, right? So this is my first equation. Now next one is I have to find Kp for this gaseous system. Okay, so what will I get? Partial pressure of gas C power small c partial pressure of gas D power small d divided by partial pressure of gas A power small a into partial pressure of gas B into small b, right? So this is second equation, right? So I am assuming that this gas behaves ideally, right? So you just write assume that gas behaves ideally. In that case, it will follow PV equal to nRT, right? So I'll take this volume on the other side because I have to find the value of partial pressure, right? So it will be P equal to N by V R T. I know that N by V is equal to concentration, so I'll write CRT. Okay. Now this is my third equation. So you just write, put the value of pressure in equation 2, right? So it will be simply write Kp equal to C R T, molar concentration of C into RT, okay, and power small c into molar concentration of gas D RT power D divided by molar concentration of gas A RT power A into molar concentration of gas B RT power B, right? Now, simply, I know that RT is common in every notation. So what I'll do, I'll simply take RT as common, right? So it will be Kp equal to C power small c into D power small d divided by A power small a to B power small p, right? And I'll take RT as common. I know that RT is in multiplication, so definitely I'm having power over here. So what I'll do, if I'm having any power in multiplication, simply I'll add this that power, right? So it will be RT C plus D, definitely here RT A plus B, right? Now I know that molar concentration of C power C into molar concentration of D power D divided by molar concentration of A power A into molar concentration of B power B is equal to Kc, right? We have find the value above, so you just write it will be Kc, right? And again, here I'm having RT common in both numerator and denominator, and I know that if I'm having something common and they are having powers, definitely if the powers are in division, they'll subtract from each other. So definitely it will be RT, right? C plus D minus A plus B. Okay. Now C plus D minus A plus B. These are moles, number of moles. So definitely these number of moles are of product, and that means I can write it as N2. Okay, and these are of reactants N1. N2 minus N1, that means delta N, and these are gaseous moles. So definitely delta Ng. So you just write it will be Kp equal to Kc RT delta N and subscript G, right? So you just write over here where delta Ng equal to C plus D minus A plus B, right? So let's understand these relation with an example, right? So let's take an example. N2 gas plus 3H2 gas are forming ammonia, that is NH3 to NH3. Again I'm having gas. In that case, they write the relationship between Kp and Kc. I know that Kp equal to Kc, right? Here if I'll take these as definitely I'm having 1 over here, right? So these are small a, right? If I'll take this N2 as capital A, and it will be small b, and definitely I'm having only one product, so it will be C, right? So C minus A plus B, I'll get this value, so it will be RT, okay, and C is definitely 2 minus 1 plus 3, right? It will be Kp equal to Kc RT 2 minus 1 plus 3, that means 4, 2 minus 4. Kp equal to Kc RT minus 2. Okay, this is the relationship between Kp and Kc if I'm having a reversible reaction, and definitely I'm having reactant and product in terms of gas. Now let's find the units of equilibrium. Okay, you can find the units of equilibrium on the basis of two conditions. First, if number of moles of products is equal to number of moles of reactant. So you just write when number of moles of product equal to number of moles of reactants, right? In that case, let's take an example. For example, in this case, just write the value of K, equilibrium constant, product NO. I'm having 2 moles of NO over here, so raised to power 2 divided by N2. I'm having only 1 mole, so there will be no power raising, right? O2, right? So I know that the unit of concentration, here I am taking molar concentration, so units of molar concentration is mole liter inverse. So you just put the unit in all the reactants and products, mole liter inverse power 2. Here again mole liter inverse, right? Here I'm having only 1 mole, so definitely I'll get the same value, mole liter inverse. I'll cancel this mole with 1 square and again this mole with this. So K is having no units, right? In which case, if I'm having number of moles of product equal to number of moles of reactant, here I'm having 1 mole. Again, it is also having 1 mole. 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Reactant side I'm having 2 moles and product side again I'm having 2 moles. I will not have any unit of K in that case. Now the second case is when number of moles of products will not equal to number of moles of reactants, right? Again, let's take an example. So let's write the equilibrium constant product NH3 power 2 divided by N2. I'm having only 1 mole, so definitely I'll not raise any power. H2 power 3 because there are 3 moles over here, right? So I know that units of concentration is mole liter inverse. Okay, so just put the unit mole liter inverse square divided by mole liter inverse, right? And mole liter inverse power 3, right? So I know that here I am having only one power, right? And is powers are in multiplication, so definitely I'll add the powers. So 1 plus 3, that means 4. So K equal to mole liter inverse square divided by mole liter inverse 1 plus 3, 4. Definitely now I'm again having common terms and these powers are in division, so definitely I'll subtract these powers from each other. Okay, here I'm having positive 4. If I'll take these this 4 in numerator, it will be minus 4. So K equal to mole liter inverse 2 minus 4. Definitely 2 minus 4, that means minus 2, right? So mole liter inverse minus 2. Now expand the values. K equal to mole minus 2, definitely liter. Here I am having minus 1 into minus 2. Minus into minus, that means plus. So liter square. So rearrange the value. K equal to liter square mole inverse square. These are the units if number of moles of products are not equal to number of moles of reactant. Definitely here in this side I am having 4 moles of reactant, and here in this side I'm having only 2 moles of product, right? So this is all about equilibrium constant. If you face any problem, you can put your problem in comment section. I'll try to solve it and upload it as soon as possible. Thank you.